Hello and welcome everyone. It's Stuart here again from Northern Bolts and Tool, and today we're going to be looking at the Ingco Cordless Impact Wrench range. Over here we've got the 300 Newton meter unit, the 500 Newton meter unit and the 850 Newton meter unit. All of these are available in a kit form. All of them are 1/2 inch drive and they all come in a kit carry case, battery, that sort of thing. The smaller unit comes with two 2 amp hour batteries, whereas these two come with two 4 amp hour batteries. The charges across them are all the same. They all use the same style of battery, the P20S system, so everything is interchangeable. With them being 1/2 inch drive, it also makes it easier if you have one or two or all three of these in your toolbox. You don't have to buy socket adapters or extra sockets or that sort of thing. So with that said, we're going to have a look at some of the features. On this 300 Newton meter machine, it's more of an entry-level type of machine, and it has a high or low function that you can engage when you are fastening. It's not able to engage high or low in reverse, it's only for fastening, and the low speed gives you less torque for those applications where you are looking to do more sensitive work, and the high speed or high setting where you want the full speed of the machine and full power to fasten whatever it is that you're fastening. These two machines also have a high and a low, but they also have a medium and middle function as well. Same situation, high is more torque, more speed, low speed, less torque, more delicate, and in between for those in between applications. What these two have that the smaller unit does not have is the nut busting feature. So that allows you to just break the nut loose from whatever it is that you're loosening, and it increases the amount of torque and output from these machines a little bit, just to give you that extra bit of torque for loosening. So especially if something's corroded, for example, or something has been fastened for a long time and it's difficult to remove that nut, you can engage the nut busting feature and it will just loosen that nut, and it will just engage for a short time, just until the nut is loose. To engage the nut busting setting, first of all, you need to just lightly depress the trigger and make sure that the light is on. That means that the machine is ready to receive the switch over to your nut busting setting. So when the light's on, you just press the mode button like that, and you'll see the little green light comes on for nut busting. Now when you pull the trigger, it will give 650 Newton meters of nut busting torque to loosen the nut. I'll demonstrate that now. And you can see it's very quick, very short, but that's because the machine can only produce that top amount of torque for a very short period of time to avoid damaging the machine. When engaged, the 500 Newton meter gets boosted to 650 Newton meters of torque, and this machine gets boosted from 850 Newton meters of torque to 1000 Newton meters of torque. With that said, the rest of these machines, they're all brushless, all the compact technology in the brushless motors, and they're all very, very steady, very strong. One question that we did get asked on our channel a few weeks ago was about the brown color of the tools, and that's just the Super Ingco, if you could call it that, that's coming through. You'll see on some of the boxes they branded Super Ingco. It's just a slight improvement. It's not a brand new tool, the specs are all the same, but where maybe there was something that would sometimes break in the previous generation, they've just tweaked it, made the tools a little bit stronger, a little bit more reliable with the Super Ingco, and they've just made small improvements. They're not fundamentally different in any way, so if you have a tool with the black grip, don't think that it is now not a good tool. It's still a fantastic tool. It's just the new generation is brown with the orange. With that said, guys, I think it's time to get into some demonstrations and have a look and see what these machines can do. Welcome to the demonstration, everyone. Over here we've got an M20 bolt with a little steel tube, and we're going to show you the different strengths of the machine, starting with the smaller one, and we're going to work our way up. Just a quick thing to note, in the user manual, I highly recommend looking through them before using these machines. They're packed with a lot of information that would be extremely useful. With the smaller unit, the user manual that comes with that item, it has a chart that tells you like a length of time and the amount of torque that's being applied to the bolt. So for example, if you are tightening a bolt and it is engaging the impact, you'll hear the sound. for about a second. You can correlate that to the amount of torque, and I think it's about 120 Newton meters of torque for a high tensile M12 bolt. They've got it for various sizes, so depending on the size and the length of time, it gives you a more or less estimate on what amount of torque will be there. We will put the chart up now. If you want to pause the video, pause it now for you guys to check it out. With that said, we're going to dive into the demonstration. First things first, I always recommend using washers. Always use a washer, and I always recommend just threading the nut onto the bolt before using the impact gun. The reason for that is you could cross thread the fastener by accident if you just put it straight into the socket and you start whacking on it with your impact wrench. Again, always use eye protection. We'll start off with this guy. They're all 1/2 inch drive. Over here we've got a King Tony socket. That's a 30mm for the M20 obviously. This is an impact socket designed for this specific work. Always use impact sockets. They are designed for these types of tools, and you can use other sockets, but they might wear out quickly, or they might break, or might have other issues using those other sockets. We slide the battery in. I've got a 4 amp hour battery. We're going to be using the same battery for all of these machines. They're all compatible, so we'll show that. You'll hear the difference between the smaller machine, medium and large. That's due to the size of the anvil inside the machine, and the correlated torque and performance of each machine. So I'll get going with this. Make sure that it's in the direction that you want to start with. I'm going to go for high. So it's engaged in high, you can see here. So you can see there, it's in high. If I want it to move to low, I just press this button and you can scroll between. So I'm going to stick it in high, and let's see what she does. So guys, that's the smaller one. You can hear it's fairly high pitched. Let's try the 500 Newton meter machine. Again, make sure that it's in high, the setting that you want, the direction that you want it to go in, and let's see how much tighter we can make it. So guys, you can see it's actually starting to deform the little collar over here. So yeah, this machine has plenty power, and we're only halfway there. For this guy, you can see the physical size difference. This thing is massive. So just a quick size comparison there. This it definitely feels like you holding Thor's hammer when you pick up this guy. You slot in the socket. There we go, it's in. Always make sure that the socket is in properly before engaging in any work. If it's not in properly, it could damage the socket, the drive, or something else. Again, when you are putting on the socket, make sure that the switch is in the middle, so that you don't accidentally activate the machine. So let's put it in forward there. Let's make sure we're in high. Okay, we are good to go. And you can see there, guys, just how much it has deformed. You can see around the corner here that it's a nice visual representation of just how much power this machine has. You can also hear when the machine was in operation, the amount of impacts was also quite a lot, and yeah, it really was putting through a lot of force. Now to show the last feature, the nut busting feature, that will be to loosen this guy. So I'm going to put it into reverse. You activate nut busting feature by that. When that light's on, you know you're good to go. And it stops. The nut is off. So fantastic feature, very useful, and it takes the fastener right to the end of the bolt and stops it there. Probably one of my favorite features to demonstrate. So with that said, guys, thank you very much for watching. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed the demonstration and you saw and heard the differences between these machines and the power outputs. As you can see, there is a big difference, and matching them to your specific application will be important. Thank you very much for all the support, everyone. Thanks for subscribing. Please like, at the very least. We'd really appreciate a little subscribe over there as well, if you feel like you would benefit from seeing more of our videos going forward in future. And yeah, links down below to all the machines. You can go and check them out there. Our contact details, address, all of that stuff will be in the description. So if you guys have any questions or queries about not only these tools, but anything related to hardware, industrial supply, fasteners, all of that sort of stuff, get in touch. We'll be able to help you out. We carry a wide range of tools and fasteners in our shop, and you're more than welcome to come through and check us out and see what's available. Thanks guys, and I'll see you again next week. Thank you. So guys, we've just taken this bolt out of the vise after the demonstration on these impact wrenches, and as you can see, this thing is like jammed up here pretty good. We can't actually remove it. It's stuck. So if anyone in the audience would be keen on receiving this as a little memento, like, subscribe, and drop a comment in the comment section below, and we will have a lucky draw, and we'll send it to someone in South Africa free of charge, and you can have it as a piece of memorabilia from our store.